mamas, welcome to today's workout. We've got a 20-minute prenatal cardio sculpt workout to get your heart rate up, burn big calories, and also sculpt and tone legs, core, and arms. So we're gonna get started with our first exercise, a high knee march. Feet under your hips. We're gonna march those knees and bring the knee toward the arm in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So alternating knees, and this is kind of gonna also act as our warm-up today, but if you want a longer warm-up, I've got one under my playlist for you. So we're pulling those knees up nice and high, bringing those arms down, trying to meet in the middle as much as possible. Of course, you can always keep your knees a little bit low if your bump is in the way. I understand that. And you're moving with quickness, but also with control. Got about 15 seconds left here. So at everything today, every move, we're gonna work 50 seconds, rest for 10, but you take breaks if you need to. Work at your own pace. In 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna do a front kick to a tap back. I'm gonna show you from this side. So feet under your hips, we're gonna kick one leg up as high as you want, about hip level or lower, kick, and then tap back. Now we're gonna add the arms. So I'm just doing running arms here. You're kicking, flexing that foot, never locking out that knee, keeping it soft. And again, you can kick low, you can kick about hip level, like here. That's about as high as I want you to go. And then once you've got that, you can speed it up. Got a little bit of coordination going too once we're shifting those legs. This move is really designed to get that heart rate up. So I want you to move with speed, but also with control. That means your core is tight. You're controlling that kick, not snapping it. Rest. All right, we're gonna do the same thing, other side this time. I'll show you this one from the front. 3, 2, 1, kick and tap. So I'm leaning over just a little bit as I tap back, but I'm not hunching, rounding my shoulders, keeping my chest up nice and high. Really light on that tap back too. So you're light on those feet. That's gonna keep you moving, keep you from putting too much pressure onto your knees. This is a really great workout. Even if you're not pregnant, just a joint-friendly workout for getting your heart rate up, toning and sculpting. 15 seconds left. Three, 2, time. All right, we're gonna do a shuffle to a punch. So come to one end of your mat. We're gonna shuffle across, or you can step, and we're gonna punch across. In 3, 2, 1, let's shuffle, and then we punch. Shuffle, punch. So I'm rotating my hips for that punch, keeping my arms up in front of my chin, and punching to the side. Now, you wanna rotate those hips. That's gonna protect them, but also help you drive that movement from your hips, from your core. So I want a nice, powerful punch. Like there's someone or something you don't like over there, give it some power. Now, you can see my knees are staying bent, my feet are pointed straight ahead in that shuffle. If you're not wanting to shuffle today, you can walk like this. That's a great lower impact option. If you want more, you can get lower in that shuffle. Time. All right, we're gonna move to a stepping half burpee. So turn to the side, feet nice and wide to accommodate your belly. We're gonna squat, put the hands down, step back, in and up. Here we go. So we squat, step back, right, left, step in, right, left, come up, clap those hands. Now switch your leading legs. I want you to squat down before you come down. That way, that work stays in your hips and doesn't go into the low back. Core is tight, chest is up, even when you're squatting. And that's a little tricky to do when you're pregnant, but just take your time. No need to go fast here. We want quality of movement. Core is tight when you're back in that plank. Shoulders stay over your wrists as best as you can keep them like this. Let's get one more in. Time. All right, we're moving on to our floor series. So we've done the cardio, now it's time for the sculpt. So carefully come down onto the floor. Take your time. If you need to grab water, you've got about 20 seconds left to do so. We're gonna work on our core, strengthen our hips, glutes, and get a little shoulder burn too. So we're gonna come to a tabletop position first for a bird dog, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. We're gonna alternate sides. So we're gonna start with the back arm, the front leg lifting, and switch. So you can flex or point your foot. I want you to take your leg to hip height and your arm to shoulder height, thumb up. Trying to move that arm and leg simultaneously. As you lift, you're pulling your belly button in toward your spine, keeping the core braced so the hips and shoulders stay square to that mat the whole time. You feel really stable here, really controlled. 10 seconds left. Again, take your time on these. There's no set amount of reps for a reason because I want you to work at a pace where you feel controlled and strong. Rest. All right, we're gonna do a bird dog with the side extension. We're gonna stay on one side. So let's lift the front arm and the back leg straight up. And then we're gonna open to this side, forward, and down. Let's do that again. So we lift up, open, forward, and down. So I'm keeping my core tight, shoulders and hips square to the floor. And I'm just opening up my hip and opening up that arm a little bit. You can see it's only to the corner. And when I'm opening up my hip, I'm not rotating. So I'm not collapsing into that back arm. I'm not twisting at my hips. I'm pushing evenly through that hand and knee that's on the ground so I stay really stable. And that's the goal here, is really working that core stability, because that's gonna work those deep core and pelvic floor muscles that we want for pregnancy and postpartum. Rest. All right, we're gonna do same side, same leg, a scorpion kickback. So we're gonna take that back leg, sweep it back and up. Do it again, back and up. So the knee is gonna stay off the ground here. We're gonna push evenly through those hands, and then we're taking that leg back and up. You can see I'm driving through my heel, flexing my foot, pushing it nice and high. And as I'm doing that, I'm keeping my hips square, so I'm not twisting or I'm not rolling into one side. This one's really gonna get that glute, that hamstring. When we get that extra little push at the top, whew. Again, you're in control here. Take breaks if you need to, but we're almost there. Rest. All right, push back on those hands if you need to. This time, we're gonna keep that leg up. We're gonna pulse at the top. Deep breath, reset that posture. Leg up, let's go. Pulse. Flex that foot. You wanna keep the hips and shoulders square to the mat. Press evenly through the hands. Pull those shoulders away from your ears. And then keep that calf curled toward your hamstring. Do you see what I just did there? So bring it in and then push. So that way you're not losing that hamstring work here. Your leg is naturally gonna wanna extend a little bit, and that's okay. It does not have to be perfect. This one is really difficult. There's a reason I put it at the end of this series, on this leg at least. We gotta do the other one too. Don't forget that. We're done at 3, 2, 1. Oh, all right. Coming onto that same forearm that's been on the ground, same hip that's been working is on the ground now. We're gonna do a clam. Heels together, close to your butt. We're gonna lift up, open those knees, close them, and come back down. So you're pushing out of your forearm, picking up that waistline, opening and closing those knees. You wanna keep the heels together. The toes don't have to be together. We're gonna keep those heels together and then push those knees open to really get into those side glutes. Now make sure your shoulder is away from your ear here so you're not collapsing into that shoulder. We really want to pick up the waistline. So even when you're on the floor, you're not just here, you're here. You're lifted that whole time, and that's what's going to strengthen those obliques. And then again, those deep core and pelvic floor muscles. That's our big focus of this sculpting segment. Last one right here. All right, we're gonna do everything now, other side. So come back to that tabletop. Bird dog with the side extension. So opposite arm and leg this time. Let's go. Up, open, forward, and down. So again, just the leg and arm moving. Really light touch on the floor. So you're controlled. Toe is pointed to the ground. And I know your shoulders are burning, your glutes are burning. If you need to, take it slower, and you can always take more breaks if you need to here. Again, it's not about how many you're doing. I want you to focus on quality. Last couple. And rest. We're gonna move to that Scorpion Kickback next. Feel free to push back on the hands, but we're going in 3, 2, 1. Front leg this time, up. Drive out of that heel. Keep that nice tight hamstring curl, calf toward the hamstring. Push through those palms. Lift through your core. Almost there. Keep going, nice and strong. Push through that heel, you got it. Rest, all right. The worst one, I think, Scorpion Kickback pulses are coming. Take a deep breath, 3, 2, 1. Take it up and pulse for 50 seconds. I know, probably should have thought twice about that. Now that I'm doing myself, I'm like, holy cow, this is hard. Pregnant or not, this is a great move for really toning and sculpting your glutes, your hips, strengthening your, again, deep inner core muscles. It's so important. You can't have a strong core without strong glutes and vice versa. So we're really working both with this move and our mental and physical endurance, which again, you need that for labor and delivery, for postpartum recovery. Lots of things are thrown at you that are difficult, so it's good to practice that beforehand. Almost there. Yes. All right, coming on to that hip. Same hip is gonna go down, same forearm is gonna go down for those clam lifts. Heels together, elbow in line with the hips. 3, 2, 1. Pick up that waistline, open, close, and light tap on the floor. Keep those heels together. Pick up that waistline, you know it. We're getting close to the end of that sculpt series, so I want you to work for it here. Drive out of that forearm. Squeeze that booty at the top. Do your best to keep those heels together. Now make sure you're going straight up and you're not pushing away from that forearm. So you stay nice and grounded, and we're not gonna hinder that shoulder. Done. Oh, one more on the floor, bear crawls. Come to your hands and knees. We're gonna do a modified version of the bear crawl. So tuck the toes, we're gonna crawl forward for 3, 2, 1. Crawl back for 3, 2, 1. So it's just like a baby would crawl, but I want you to do it nice and light. Like you're trying not to make any noise. Controlling it from your core, pulling that belly button in toward your spine. If you feel really good, you can lift your knees here. But if you're in your third trimester or even about halfway through your pregnancy, I would try to minimize that pressure and stay on your hands and knees like I'm doing. That way you don't overdo it for the core or for your back, shoulders. Even here, you're working hard to control that movement from your core. This is also a great move if you want to try to get baby into a good position for labor and delivery. Definitely recommend it. Rest. All right, we are finished with our sculpt series. Now we're gonna finish with that cardio. Come up to your feet, take your time. You got about 20 more seconds if you wanna grab some water. I gotta tighten my ponytail and get ready for this. So we're gonna repeat that first set from the top. We've only got 5 minutes left. Let's do this, starting with that high knee march. Feet close, arms up in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now you've been here before, so I want you to move this time with a little more quickness. Pull that knee up high. If you're really feeling it, you wanna run, do actual high knees, go for it. Don't let me stop you. But me, I've only got a few weeks left of pregnancy. I'm not ready. But this is proof you can still get your heart rate up. You don't have to do high impact stuff. We only got 15 seconds, let's push. Can you bring those arms up higher? So you make that chop a little bigger. It's gonna get that heart rate going even more. In 3, 2, 1. Good work, guys. All right, the front kick to the tap back. I'll show you from the side again. We're gonna lead with that opposite leg this time, if you remember. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Kick it, tap. Add the arms. Kick, tap. Again, you can kick as high as hip level. You're in control here. Got less than 4 minutes to go. So I really want you to try to push right here. Do what it takes to get that heart rate up. So not only are you out of breath for this 20 minutes, but your metabolism gets a boost. And that's gonna last for a few hours. Not like it's licensed to go crazy, but it's gonna keep you feeling good, gonna keep those calories burning. Rest. All right, same thing, other side. I'll face you now, we'll do it together. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Kick, tap. If you're like me and nearing the end of your pregnancy, it doesn't take much to get you out of breath. Bending over, putting on your shoes. That, I was telling my husband, is the hardest part of me working out at this point. I do not want to put my shoes on because it's so horrible, so hard. But once you get going, you feel like, okay, if I can move my body today, even for a few minutes, I can feel accomplished. I feel like I can take on a lot more in my day. Even if you only get 2-3 minutes done to this workout, you still did something. It's all about doing what you can, working with what you got. Last 3, 2, 1. All right. Shuffle, punch. Come to the end of the mat. Again, you can step, you can shuffle, you can stay up high, you can get low. Lots of options, but we're doing it right here. Big punch. Remember, rotate those hips. Hands up. Controlled. All right, we're in the second round, so if you can, get lower. Maybe you can pick up the pace. Whew. Legs are burning, but we only have a little bit over a minute left. So we want to finish strong, right? Give it all we got. Time. All right, we're gonna finish with that stepping half burpee. If you've done any of my non-prenatal workouts, you know I love a burpee finisher, but we're gonna take it a little slower. Step it, here we go. But even though we're stepping it, that doesn't mean it can't be hard still. Doesn't mean we're not working those legs, shoulders, core, heart, lungs. If you feel good, you feel confident in your form, pick up that pace. We've got less than 20 seconds to go. Keep alternating those legs you're stepping with. Keep dropping that booty low, chest up. Let's get one more in together. Done. If that was a struggle for you, you're in good company. That was our 20-minute cardio sculpt workout for the bump. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out of breath, but if you are too, you know you got that metabolic boost going for a few more hours after the workout's even done. So congrats, and I will see you back here next time for our next prenatal or postpartum workout together.